Yo, what's good, y'all? We back with it today on another great episode, man. Welcome back to Jamin U, your best college content, grad school content with the authentic twist, man. We back at it here today. I got my notes with me, so don't mind the piece of paper. But today we getting into how to make money as a grad school and college school student when you're in school full time, right? I know there's a lot that's going on and things like that, but I'm gonna teach you how to make money in college or grad school without working a 9 to 5. So without further ado, let's get into the options. You don't need a 9 to 5 in college to make money. And it's something that I didn't realize until my junior and senior year. My freshman and sophomore year, I did things that I did hustles to make money, but I was also working jobs. I was working full time in school, and it became a lot. So finally, by the time of my junior year, I made it to where I only needed to work summers, and then I was able to do my side hustles and things like that to take care of my bills. Mind you, I had $2,000 in bills a month in college that I had to take care of, and I was able to take care of that without working a 9 to 5. From paying school to bills to food and all these other things that we want to do, all these fun things that we want to do in college, it's hard to pay for it without a 9 to 5, but that's not the only option, and I did it. In this video, you will learn the mindset, tips, and different strategies you can use to make money. 9 to 5s are not the best in college. They have limited flexibility, long hours, and typically low pay. You don't have your degree yet. Therefore, it's really hard to open up careers that you want to hop into. Like, there's a lot of good jobs that you can get that's going to help you with your career, but there's some careers that you can't get into the career unless if you have that college degree. Therefore, you're going to be stuck working an entry-level job at like Walmart or at McDonald's or something like that. And I'm telling you, man, they're not flexible. They want you to work weekends, and do not give up your weekends in college, man. Do not give up your weekends. That's something that I had to learn. Is I needed this time for me. I needed this time to have fun. You need to be able to enjoy your time in college and not be stressing about these things like bills and all that. Also, these jobs can interfere with your class schedule and your mental health because you constantly working this job, and these jobs are not good for our mental. When I worked at McDonald's, it was horrible for me hearing the bing, bang, bang, the ding, ding. All that, man, it got to my head, man. When I got home, I would dream about being at work. And when you're dreaming about being at work, and work is not something you love, that is very dangerous for your mind. My mind could not leave work. Ding, ding, ding. It also affects your studying and your ability to even get schoolwork done. We need to be able to focus in school, not stress over money. So now we're gonna get into 7 flexible income ideas, starting with freelancing, like writing, design, or video editing. You can be a freelancer with skills that you learn. If you learn how to utilize Adobe Premiere Pro or Adobe Photoshop, you can learn how to Photoshop pictures. You can learn how to edit videos for individuals. You can go on websites like Fiverr and put your services on there to be able to, for others to be able to utilize. People need editors. I'm looking for a video editor right now. If I had someone in college that said, hey, I'll edit your videos for it, but I would, come on, let's do it. So if you're a college student right now and you know how to video edit, hit me up so I can pay you and you could be a freelancer and you could work for me part-time. So therefore, there's many of freelancing opportunities, but it's about learning a skill. Learn a skill that you can then monetize. Learn a skill that you can make money from. Next is selling digital products like templates, eBooks, Notion dashboards, templates, being able to sell these digital products. The easiest digital product to be able to sell, and something that I'm going to be able to get into soon, is making journals. Make some affirmation journals, and you can utilize AI resources to be able to make these products for you so you can then in turn sell these eBooks and things like that. I'm working on a book right now. It's a real book. And when I come out with that book, I'm going to post it for like $20. So every single sale from that book, I'm going to receive either $15 or something like that. There's many opportunities that you have. Make a product. Make a product that people can buy. And like I say, an affirmation journal, just a regular journal, but make a product that people can buy and sell it online. And the thing about this is these things can scale. This might end up being your full-time job. So taking a risk on some of these things is definitely something that you need to do. Reselling clothes, electronics, thrift flips on eBay. So what I used to do when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, I used to make some money, man. I used to make money back then. And how I used to make money is I would go on eBay, OfferUp, LetGo, and Facebook Marketplace, and I would resell clothing. I would resell shoes. I would resell video games. I would go to stores like Ross and Marshalls, Burlington Coat Factory, TJ Maxx, and go find some cheap products that I'd be able to flip. The thing that I saw most success in when I was younger is being able to flip shoes. If I see a pair of Nikes at Ross, oh, I'm gonna grab these. A pair of Pumas, oh, I'm gonna grab these and sell them for a little bit more. Reselling is a great way to make money as a college student. Also, being able to go on AliExpress, Alibaba, and buying products off of those to be able to resell. I remember going and buying 100 iPhone chargers off of AliExpress. I bought them for 50 cents a piece, and I was able to sell them for $5 a piece. So you could definitely scale up that way as well. There's a lot of college students who are looking for iPhone chargers, iPhone cases, things like that. And if you're the person who has a catalog or things to be able to sell in your dorm, you can make money that way as well. You could either sell on those websites or you could sell in person. Another hustle that I seen was selling jewelry. I used to buy fake jewelry, and it would be like little the diamond wristbands, or y'all remember the butterfly chain from TikTok? I had the butterfly chains from TikTok, like the ones that weren't like before, like everybody was wearing, all the TikTokers were wearing them butterfly chains. I had those for cheap, man. I got a bunch of them, and I was selling them, and I ended up actually sending one to a TikTok influencer, which he scammed me, and he didn't end up promoting me or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, it's all cool. It's all part of the game. But reselling is definitely a way to make money, especially if you get into the sneaker market. That's something you can start a real business on. Tutoring individuals in certain subjects that you hold strong parts in. So, for example, if you are really good at math, being able to tutor other students at math, being able to help the other students at your college or grad school in these certain subjects. Now, you can also do this. You could be a tutor for middle school students. You could be a tutor for high school students. You could be a tutor. You could help students get into college. That could be your job, is being a mentor, being able to help these individuals going to college, starting a whole business on that. But so yeah, tutoring, the mentoring is definitely something that you're in position to do. You're a college student. You're a grad school student. You have built your credibility to be a tutor or to be a mentor for individuals who are still students and going through the phase where you just passed and where they're going, and when they want to go to college and things like that, you can help them. So therefore, being a tutor, being a mentor is another great way to make money. So you can make money through content, through YouTube, TikTok, niche pages, and affiliate links. I've not gotten to the point to where I am making money off YouTube because I just am very wary on how I want to monetize my audience. I am not going to do affiliate marketing. That is a way. If you find a product that you believe in and you want to be able to receive a certain percentage of sales that you do, then go ahead and by all means do so. I am not selling to my audience until I have a product worthy of selling to my audience. I could have been rushed this book out. I've already had the book written for about 6 months, but I have to make sure that the book is edited, is perfect, it's how I want it, it's how I want to release it, because I'm not going to release a book that I don't believe in. I'm not going to release a book and try to sell it to my audience that I haven't put all my time into. Because when I come out with this book, you're going to buy this book. My audience is going to buy the book, but I'm going to put the time into it, and I'm not going to rush it. So therefore, you can make money by coming out with products, some of the things that we've seen before. But that's how you make money with content creation. You make money by selling products, whether that's ad revenue, whether that's affiliate to marketing, whether that's, what you're offering up your own services, your own course. You're making money by selling something. That's how content creators make it. So when you first start making content, you have to have the vision. How am I going to make money doing this? Therefore, you need to make sure your niche is right? So if you're just making content on everything and you don't know what you're going to make your money off of, that's how you start content the wrong way. So if you do want to start content, I got some other videos on my channel that y'all need to check out, my YouTube journey, things like that. But that's not the purpose of this video. Next, we're getting into campus side hustles like photography, haircuts, and graphic design. So you can hit up organizations and say, I can create shirts for you. hit up fraternities and sororities and say, I can create shirts for you. You could work for fraternity apparel or these websites and things like that to be able to contact and network with different fraternities and sororities to be able to make shirts and designs and things like that for them. That pays very well because your budget isn't coming out of someone's pocket. Your pay isn't coming out of someone's pocket. Your money is coming from an organization. Your money is coming from someone who's saying, and so when the person in the organization, when they're writing, okay, let's partner with you and come out with these shirts, and they're paying to send you the money's not coming out their pocket. So it's an easier decision for them to make, and it makes it easier sometimes, to be able to sell to organizations than to individuals. Next is photography. All you need is a camera. I am recording right now with a $500 Panasonic Lumix G7 camera. This camera can take pictures as well. I could take graduation pictures. I could take prom pictures. Being able to do photography, just, hey, you want a photo shoot? We got models, you want a photo shoot? Things like that. Boom. Being able to charge. And people charge a lot. They charge $100 for graduation pictures because graduation pictures are once in a lifetime. You only get them once in a lifetime. So people are going to pay $100 for it. Now, granted, mind you, you can't just take the pictures and just send them. You have to make sure that you learn a little bit about editing, learn a little bit about the angles and just things like that. You definitely don't want to go in there just winging it, but, sometimes you don't want to overthink it either. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and just do it. But make sure when you do it, you're putting time into it. Meaning, if you gotta watch a YouTube video on how to edit a graduation picture while you're editing the graduation pictures, that's just what you gotta do, because you need to make sure that you are also putting quality up there too. So therefore, your business, or whatever you're building has good credibility. You don't want to just be someone out here just making money and the wrong way. You know what I mean? And then also haircuts, cutting hair. There's a bunch of people out here cutting hair, and I know they say you need a certificate, a license, or whatever for that, but at the end of the day, a lot of guys don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you do, they care about your Instagram. If you got a haircut on Instagram, you cutting people up and they look fresh, that's all that matter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not telling you to go out and do something that is illegal, but a lot of times, people don't care if you got a license or a certificate or not, as long as you're charging the right price and you cut them up the right way. So definitely haircuts is a way, a good thing to do as well. Next is to join research studies or focus groups. So these are legit, flexible, and paid. You can literally be a part of a research study and get paid for being a part of the research study. So make sure you're going online and looking for these opportunities. There's so many opportunities online. Have y'all seen that they got seat fillers for the Met Gala, for all these award shows and things like that, where people will go and sit in the first few rows so they don't look empty? And so you get to sit next to celebrities, but you got to make sure that you have the right apparel to be able to go in there. You know what I mean? But there's so many opportunities. You get paid for surveys. Companies will pay you for doing surveys. You do got to watch out for the scams, because there's so much scams on the internet, but there's so much things that are legit. There's so many great ways to make money through these organizations who have a bunch of money to give out for experiments and surveys and things like that. So there's plenty of opportunities, but you have to make sure that you're out looking for them. Another opportunity that I didn't mention is there's people who would get sponsored or something for like Red Bull and Celsius, so they would get cases of Celsius to their house, and where their job is to give it out. They get paid to give the Celsiuses and stuff like that out. So it's like there's many great different opportunities to make money in college, man. You're literally in the perfect position. A lot of companies want you to be able to do these things for them because you're someone in college, and they know that a lot of those students in college are potential customers. So being able to reach out to these organizations, going online, using ChatGPT, what opportunities are out here, right? So now that we've gone through the 8 flexible income ways to make money in college or grad school, now we're going to get into how we're going to start it. The first thing is pick one thing based on how much time you have, your interest, and your skills. Ditch the rest. You are not worried about the rest. The rest of the stuff is going to keep your mind clouded. You can only focus on one thing. You can't focus on all these different income ways, because if you do, your focus is going to become divided and you're not going to get nothing done. The way you get something done is by intensely and strongly focusing on one thing at a time. So you have one extra income that you're focusing on at a time, and you're going to become the best at that. You're going to take that and run with it. But if you try to take a bunch of things and run with everything, you know, you empty the clip, you hit nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to just focus and boom, hit one. That's all you need to do, is hit one to make some money, man. And that's the thing about a lot of billionaires and millionaires, is they only did one thing. They did one thing and they mastered that one thing, and they learned how to monetize that one thing, and they became the best at that one thing. And that's why they are known for that one thing, man. Even Elon Musk, like his whole vision is to go to Mars. Everything that he does aligns with going to Mars. So therefore, everything you need to do needs to align with what you want.